Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Nick here, back with a brand new video. Today I really just want to do a quick dive into the overall market, as well as really talk to you guys about XRP, as it is, like I said, one of my main holds. And I'm seeing a lot of people talk about it on Twitter, and I just want to really get everybody who's kind of new to crypto into like the right mindset, because hey, we are very, very close to, seeing the real gains. Anybody who's happy with the gains that they've made so far, awesome. I mean, this is truly just the beginning, so we have a long road ahead of us. But I really want to talk to you guys about, what was a green week starting to brew is now kind of turning into a consolidation sort of red week. With Bitcoin dominance kind of ranging from 49.07 to about 49.45, which it did hit about 49.66. I really just want to say, we are very close. We're pretty much on the cusp of having, the alt season truly, truly bloom. But I really just want to talk to you guys about the overall market. So if we really look at the stock market right now, the Dow Jones closed at, negative 185 points. This is from Friday, of course, because the stock market does not trade on the weekends. But it's good to note that stocks themselves were kind of low at closing, including the S&P 500 down, 30.3 points. And even if we look at the bonds, the 10-year, the 5-year, and the 2-year all closed at a negative a little bit, which they weren't negative by much at all, which that, technically is good for crypto in a little bit of a way of saying, like, when bonds are ranging higher and higher and higher, especially the 10-year, typically, crypto does range lower. So those being a little bit low or stagnant or even trading sideways is fairly good for us overall. But what really kind of drags us down is these two, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, because those two really account for, risk assets and crypto itself. But I think that once Monday comes, I think everything's going to change. We could see Sunday being sort of a red day where, XRP could range off of $1.20. And I know a lot of people are kind of saying, what, did he just say $1.20? Yes, I did say $1.20, because what I'm seeing with Bitcoin right now, as we almost break down below $56,000 on Bitcoin, what I'm truly seeing here, and this is actually my old chart that I did a little bit, but it actually is kind of playing out perfectly. But I don't think that we are going to see $43,000. I think that we can kind of throw that out. What I do think that we could see is probably about this $52,000 mark being hit here before we do range higher to go to the market top. Now, this market top could be anywhere between 75,000 to about 85,000. That's where my top is. Don't be mad if you guys have a different top, but that is my top point for that. Now, of course, if we really look at this from a standpoint, our original support level here is about 50 to 53,000. Now, a 52,000 mark being hit or range up higher would be truly healthy, and I know that's going to scare a lot of people because that would bring us down about almost $4,000. But hey, it is what it is. This is crypto. It has to happen. It's healthy for the next run up. It's not guaranteed, of course, so do not make rational decisions on that. And if we do get a, pretty much a dip down into those deep levels, alts will follow, in which, hey, you don't sell and try to rebuy. Nobody could predict anything like that. The safest bet would be to buy the dip and pretty much sell when it does go to your comfortable levels. But I really want to talk to you guys about why we could hit $52,000 and why it's a good point. So that's our epic support level overall. And what I mean by that is, that was the support level even back here in March. And, even back here pretty much from April 17th. Hitting that level wouldn't be too bad of an issue to actually have for us, because what it does is actually sends us higher in terms of what we pump to. But like I said, I still think $75,000 to $85,000 is our safe top point for Bitcoin. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, 100,000, 200,000, a million. Like, I don't really care what anybody else says. I think that 75 to 85,000 is the top point, because overall, if we were going to go to $100,000, I think right now, if that was the case, we would probably be trading at about $65 to about $70,000 realistically, because we're still in nearly February levels in terms of price point. Because even if we go back here to February like 17th to the 18th, we're currently trading at those levels, and we should, in retrospect, be very, very like higher than that, which would be around like 65 to about $70,000 overall if we were going to see $100,000 to $200,000 price point. Realistically, the buy pressure and the overall volume has been much lower on Bitcoin over the last even month going into this alt season, and I think right now it doesn't have enough buy pressure for it to really truly be $100,000 plus. I still think, hey, could it go to 100,000? Sure, it could, but I think 75 to 85,000 is a safe range point. Now, what does that mean for XRP? So with XRP ranging at about $1.54 to about $1.65 today, it's it's just one of those days where we're getting happy, we can go higher, and then Bitcoin does its thing. We've experienced this so many times. Now this is the zoomed out chart of the all-time high and where we're sitting right now. So if you're new to crypto and you're seeing what was your gains kind of be disintegrating altogether from this dip, I just want to say that we're not done. We're not even close to being done. We're actually very, very far from being done overall. So where do I see us going from here? So I think that overall, the target where we could fall down to here is about $1.30 to $1.40 before ranging much higher. Now we could go even lower to about $1.15 to $1.20 if Bitcoin does its thing down to 52K. I think that's a good level overall to hold. But I just want to talk to you guys, and I want to talk to the new investors in crypto where they get stuck holding a bag because somebody said a crazy, astronomical level on Twitter, and they kind of just believe them and they wanted to hold until that level. I do want to say that $50 to $100 for XRP is possible. It is possible, but I just don't think that it's going to happen this market cycle, and I don't think that's going to happen on the first pump up. I think overall a good point to really hold is about $10 to $15 right now. I think that's a really good point. I'm going to be having an exit strategy around those levels. And I think what's going to happen is we're going to have a summer pump to about $10 before ranging lower to about $5 to $7, give or take those levels, before we range even higher to possibly $20 plus. Now that the $20 plus will happen in probably around December, following the same market structure of the 2017 and 2018 bull run. But overall, I think those levels are very key, and I think that those are very, very conservative levels and realistic overall. I'm not going to make a video and say, hey, XRP is going to $10,000 just for views or anything like that. Like I mentioned many times, this YouTube channel is not about getting a whole bunch of views, doing shock value videos about XRP going to $20,000 or something like crazy like that. I'm trying to be realistic here. I think $10 to $20 is a good top point for XRP. And honestly, we shouldn't be getting greedy and thinking that it's going to go to $100 plus this bull run, where realistically the fundamentals do not really truly add up. And what I mean by that is there's a lot to take into aspect. Yes, sure, if the case does get settled and it's clarity comes for XRP and relistings happen on major exchanges, then yes, $100 is very, very possible. And what I mean by that is it's very realistically possible because XRP will be the first crypto in this game to actually have clarity. That's awesome. It's incredible. But I want to say that there's a lot to go into that idea as well, including time and how far the SEC wants to stretch the case. Now, I was in the call-in, a few days ago, and it seemed like the case on the SEC side is very weak in terms of they want to get the foreign discovery, uh, and they just can't. I mean, overall, their argument for it is just terrible. But overall, the judge seems like she wasn't really on the SEC side, and overall, it just really kind of seemed like the like Ripple and XRP was really really strong. Not only that, but we also topped out at about 4,000 callers, which really just solidifies how strong the XRP community is. But nonetheless, let's talk about percentage gains. So from our current price to $10 would be about a 537% increase. Now, if we do go to the low, and this is going back to about, let's go to March of 2020, because that was our low point here. This was basically when COVID came and ruined the crypto market. We already did about a 1,500% increase in price. I mean, that is, of course, if you were buying back in March. But if we go to $10, it would be about almost nearly an 8,000% increase in price. And that's what I mean. Like, don't get too greedy. Like, 8,000% is an incredible number. But I do want to say that, an 80,000% increase in price would put us about at almost $100. And I think that's where a lot of people are getting the $100 target from, because if we look at the same structure from the 2017 and 2018 bull run, we did roughly about an 80,000% increase in price from our low point back in, I believe it was 2016. So yeah, it was about here. Let me zoom out and really get this level shown here. So we'll actually go from the bottom of this green candle, because I think that is a really good low point. So if we do a percentage gain on that, it's actually nearly over 100,000% increase in price. Now, the real pump was about 80,000%. And again, like I said, the 80,000% from our year low would bring us to about $100. And I think that's where a lot of people are getting the idea of it going to $100, because they think that it's going to do the similar run. And yes, sure, I do think that that is very possible, but I still think that we need the case to be dropped, and I think that relistings definitely need to happen. Overall, I think if we did have the relistings while it was pumping in April, which was around here for Easter, I think that we could have probably surpassed the all-time high. Because it is hard for a lot of people to buy XRP, especially in the United States right now. Now, if you are outside of the US, yes, it's 100% easier. But I think that, having that fundamental where we are listed on major exchanges and they're seeing the price going up by 30% and, going up 30 cents a day, I think that's where a lot of people will FOMO in. But I don't think that that's going to matter much here soon. I think, for anybody that's holding XRP right now, you're really holding something special in terms of wealth. I think that $10 to $20 is a really good safe point right now, currently. Now, it doesn't mean, hey, don't take profit, but I will say this, in 2025, I think that's where the true value of XRP becomes unlocked. We do have Flare going live here very shortly, and I think that we're going to be getting the token swap officially, where we do get the airdrop. Now, it is going to be, X amount of percentage initially given out, but that happens in June, if I am mistaken. Now, once Flare is live and everything like that goes live on the Flare network, including XRP and Ethereum and stuff like that, if Ethereum becomes an F asset on Flare, it is major for Flare itself, but also XRP. Now, the XRP value will go up as well as Flare, because Flare is integrated on the XRP ledger, in which you need XRP to run the ledger as well. Now, where do I see Flare going in terms of XRP as well? Because I know a lot of people who are holding XRP have held it for over 3 years now, and you will be getting a 1-to-1 ratio in terms of Flare to XRP. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's 1-to-1 from what I've read. But that means that if Flare goes to $10 and XRP goes to $10, and say for so you were holding 10,000 coins of XRP at the time of the snapshot, that means that you're making $200,000 on your initial investment into just XRP alone, which is incredible, yes, and I think that's where the wealth really truly comes in to anybody who was holding. But not only that, but we're going to be seeing a utility run overall in the coming years into about 2022, into 2023 as well. And I think that's going to be massive, and I think it's going to be major. But I just think that we really need to be realistic in terms of price point. Now, where do I see XRP going if there is a utility run? I think $50 is achievable, but I do want to be realistic as always, and I just want to really take into accountability the case. If the case is dropped by then and relistings are happening, and if Flare is fully integrated onto the XRP ledger, and if everything goes well, then yes, 100% $50 to $100 XRP is very, very possible. But nonetheless, that's pretty much my idea on the XRP price chart. And overall, I think that the market's going to be bouncing back this week coming up. I think May is going to be a major, major month for crypto holdings, especially if you are in crypto. But nonetheless, we're pretty much right there in terms of the, full-on alt season run. And anybody that is in crypto right now, you are about to change your life to the point where you didn't even know it. If you guys are a veteran in this game, then you already know what's about to come, and we are so ecstatic to really see what's going to be happening here soon. But nonetheless, guys, I will be back with an algo video very shortly, as well as a BNT video, and possibly a couple other ones if I could get the time to record them. This has been Nick. I appreciate everybody supporting me and supporting this channel. If you guys do want to join the Discord and follow me on Twitter to get even more knowledge, including some charts and stuff in terms of hey, where do I see something going, that would be in Discord, of course. So if you guys do want to join those, definitely join them if you want more free knowledge. But nonetheless, guys, this has been Nick. I will talk to you all in a later video. Peace out.